Dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength. This is despicable. Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
I'm learning. Every night is a new lesson. What I am, what I must do to survive. But my sister, she shouldn't have suffered because of my weakness.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
Thank you, my lady. I will.
Good. But be careful. If I found you here, others may too.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Sorry, sir, no amiss.
Not a safe place right now, sir.
Step away! It's a leech! Kill it!
This man, stung with his crucifix. This is not good news.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed.
They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
I wish I could forget all this.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
Oh merde.
See that fancy?
Alors, si. Putain, c'est quoi là? Putain, il y en a partout toutes ces saloperies. Putain. Je vais le tuer sans faire un peu de sang. Vas-y. Je vais laisser ce fight entre eux, je m'en bats les couilles, je vais pas les fight, ça me sert à rien. Ah, c'est mort. Putain. Un ligan. Putain. Un ligan. Il est rapide, hein. Oh, putain. Petite piqûre. Putain, il y en a encore. Hop. Putain, tous les chasseurs ici. Oh putain. Heureusement que j'ai la compétence, putain, pour être invisible là. Yeah. Du tous me les faire sinon. Du sang là-bas, genre.
Remorse and pain are precious, binding you to the earth.
You. I remember you.
Oui. C'est quoi ce truc?
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
You selected me, chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied
Je me prends
entity.
2-3 améliorations, ça c'est sûr.
Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this.
Qu'est-ce que je vais prendre? Autophagie, peut-être. 2000 j'ai passé. Bouclier de sang, ça j'ai jamais utilisé par contre ce pouvoir, je sais même pas comment on le fait aller. Putain, 1000. Oh là 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 là. 1300. Qu'est-ce que je vais prendre? Quelque chose qui va bien me servir, j'ai vu un truc pas trop cher, je sais plus où. 600, faut que je trouve. Putain, tout il y a 600, c'est pas possible. Ouais, là il y a un problème. Ah non, peut-être pas. Oh putain, si. Miard, je peux encore bien jouer longtemps pour m'avoir toutes les putains de compétences, hein. Miard. Même ça quoi. Oi. C'est quoi ça? Bon bah je peux économiser hein. Nouvelle recette pour faire des médicaments. Fatigue, je vais en prendre un. Oh, hey. Allez. Oh. Pistolet, je vais le prendre direct. Ouais. Ah ouais, non, ça nous donne des améliorations, qu'est-ce que je suis con. Ouais. Ça va me donner de quoi faire mes armes et tout. Ah, je pense. Ah oui. Ouais. Le pistolet, je vais le mettre dans quelle main? Ouais, non, j'ai pas de balle, fait chier. Je vais regarder le couteau.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan.
Je vais le bouffer lui après, je vais essayer de le retrouver.
Neutral territory. And I
Je vais
just
essayer de le
had the
bouffer.
carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
You want to restore peace in the hospital again?
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this. Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Je peux me prendre une amélioration, mais je vais économiser. Ce qui va nous faire aller. Oh ben, on passe par là, c'est bon. Je passe par où? En bas, en haut?
It seems the Prewen are redoubling their patrols in the district.
Oh merde, y'a un gars avec un bâton.
Fear no evil. We do the Lord's work here.
Oh, il peut me voir. Et ouais, il peut me voir. Merde. Merde. Putain, tous les chasseurs ici. Oh, il y en a trop des chasseurs, c'est pas possible, ça sont tous passés à l'eau. Aïe. Ah yes, ils vont pour m'aider. Enfin, je sais pas. Oh si. Des balles. Un étui, des balles. Des médicaments. Encore deux là-bas. Ouh, c'est stable ici, à l'aise. Je suis dans un quartier neutre. Oh. Rassembler des informations.
My words, miss. These murders are the work of a vampire.
A vampire? Whatever do you mean?
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if
Not
you
a
see
drop
them-
of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence. He vanishes.
Claws, murders by night.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Pas le charmer. Il est niveau combien? Oh merde.
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
Ou des renseignements.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Des informations. Ah, je dois aller parler avec lui.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour, but I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Putain, il est niveau 4. Il est niveau 4 en...
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
Une petite vieille là. Je vous connais toute seule qui dit que je vais pouvoir la charmer pour la tuer, pour la manger. Ça va me faire un peu de vie. Et je vais aller voir. En fait, si vous voulez sur le jeu, je vous explique, quand vous devez tuer des gens, en fait, vous devez vous attaquer à des gens faibles, donc s'ils sont en bonne santé, ou en voyez s'ils sont malades ou faibles, quoi. Genre par exemple une personne qui a le cancer, ben moi je vais pour m'amuser à le tuer. Pour moi ça va rien me faire, quoi. Ça va juste me remplir ma jauge de sang et m'éviter de crever, quoi. Ça va me faire un petit rechargement de sang.
Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in?
Je vais peut-être la tuer vite fait.
Just grow eyes in the back of that head, sir.
Elle est en bonne santé, elle est niveau 2 en plus. À l'aise, je vais faire un petit plaisir vite fait, y a personne pour la surveiller en plus. Faire plaisir. Je vais la bouffer.
So you have questions about the flu then?
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
Je vais faire ce que j'ai envie avec. Je vais même la manger tout de suite. Je vais l'amener dans un coin où personne ne va la voir.
Should I have turned my Seymour in? Was my crime to love my son?
Ça remplit ma jauge de sang. Si vous voulez sur le jeu, vous devez vous nourrir constamment. Donc si vous avez quelqu'un de faible, voilà, elle est en bonne santé, mais c'est une petite vieille, donc j'en ai profité. Sinon en temps normal, quelqu'un de plus jeune, vous allez avoir une plus galère quoi. Donc faut profiter quand vous avez des personnes faibles et là vous les bouffez. J'en ai profité sur elle. Bon, ils vont la retrouver morte une nuit plus tard, mais ils seront pas que c'est moi. Faut que je trouve un refuge. Un refuge, je regarde si j'en ai pas un ici tout près. Ah si, j'en ai un. Après je vais m'améliorer mes compétences. Putain, j'ai fait bonne chère avec. Putain.
Seems like the god of Prue is on Sean Hampton's
oui. Fais mal à ton pou. Lance-flamme, il fait mal. Lance-flamme, j'aime pas. Arrête de jouer avec ton bois, tu me fais chier avec ton bois enflammé. Putain, arrête de jouer ton lance-flamme, tu m'énerves. Je peux monter par là, non? Je peux passer par là aussi. Putain. Il y a des chasseurs, il y a des squales. Putain. Oh le bordel. Je vais laisser se fight entre eux. Y'a pas un raccourci à autre chose par là. Oh, il y a un endroit où je peux me reposer là-bas. J'écoute ces trucs. C'est calme. What? Ah non, faut l'ouvrir. Oh, c'est un hôpital. Bien.
What have we here? Lost your horse, Governor? Or are you just out of your mind?
This Seymour worries me.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Dans son bureau. Ah, le bureau il est là. Oh, il y a plein de sang là. tout en bas en fait. Quasi. Je vais un petit peu m'aventurer pour voir s'il n'y a pas des trucs à récupérer, des trucs importants.
It's locked.
C'est con que je peux pas les tuer, ceux-là qui sont à coucher, mais de la nuit. Seulement quand tout le monde va dormir. Je pourrais en bouffer un, moi comme ça me donnera un peu de sang. C'est con ça que je peux pas faire ça. Ce serait trop bien.
Why the long face, Doctor?
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
I will not look kindly on you if you're trying to trick me.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I'll surrender myself to your judgment.